Hey folks, welcome back. Some breaking news out of the United States where a short while ago, President Donald Trump suspended all reciprocal tariffs, suspended them for 90 days. Now, provided that the rumor that I heard about Guatemala threatening tariff increase against the United States, provided that's not true and it hasn't gone anywhere, that's good news for South Africa because Trump has lowered the tariffs back to 10% across the board for every country that was on the reciprocal tariffs list, regardless of what it was. In the case of South Africa, it was a 30% tariff, so now it's lowered back to 10% for 90 days to give these countries a chance to negotiate with the United States to sort out these trade issues. So that's fantastic news for South Africa. That really levels the playing field. Now, it doesn't change the situation with 25% tariffs on cars and the ones you put on steel. That stays the same. So that doesn't help South Africa's car industry, but it does make it as competitive as the German BMW and Daimler-Benz manufacturers because they also have a 20% tariff, puts them back in the same boat. At 30%, they were higher than Germany. So all countries around the world except China. China decided to double down and be arrogant despite all their misbehaving in the world of economics, violating World Trade Organization rules with their barriers and their quotas preventing us from getting into the marketplace. Trump watched them as they escalated their tariffs to 84% to match Trump. Today, well, Trump has upped it to 125%. All products from China now carry a 125% tariff on them. Ouch. Ouch. So while whiny politicians in the African National Congress will run around and claim, woe is me, cry about this, take the win. Take the win. Don't commit an own goal. Get off your ass, get a team over here and talk to the Trump administration to negotiate lower or no tariffs. All right? Here's your chance. If you're such great politicians and you care about the people of South Africa, now's the time to swallow your arrogant pride and send your team over here, Cyril, and stop acting like the fool and playing the victim. I don't care how much money you're getting from Tehran or elsewhere to act like a fool. Stop acting like a fool. It's time to negotiate with the Trump administration. Everyone else is doing it. Courtesy of Japan and South Korea, whose teams are right here negotiating with Trump, must have been some progress made there because Trump eased up. And what did the market do? People freaking out about the stock market. The stock market's not real, folks. It's not real. It isn't the economy. But the Dow Jones Industrial Average soared 2,600 points and is now settled back down at 2,300 to its highest gain in 5 years after consecutive days of losses because of these tariffs being imposed at midnight today. Well, 15 hours ago. So, South Africa, it's time to negotiate, all right? It's time to stop acting the fool. So, will the ANC act like adults and send people over, or will they be arrogant? Who are we? We don't have to go there and kiss the ring. No one's asking to kiss the ring. But your tariffs and your barriers are intentionally made to keep the United States out of your marketplace. And we're not going to tolerate that anymore as a nation. Not while Trump's in office. So hopefully you will send a team over for the benefit of all South Africans. And I find it interesting that Cyril Ramaphosa says that we don't answer to business. Of course you do. If your economy sinks, your governance is gone. People are not going to back your government when they're starving in the streets. And that's what will happen down this path of socialism that you've chosen, which is foolish. Expropriation without compensation, state control of every sector of the economy, massive pilfering. It needs to stop. In the meantime, a ray of hope today, as Donald Trump has suspended these reciprocal tariffs for everyone in the world except China. So the South African government is fond of going, woe is me, Trump's picking on South Africa, he's a racist. No, you got to pass. Are you going to praise him now as a non-bigot? Probably not. The only people he's picking on now are China. And China had it coming. So we'll see where it goes from here, folks. But breaking news from the U.S., Donald Trump has rescinded for 90 days. You got 90 days to sort this out. Just like TikTok had 90 days to sort out their ownership. Trump just gave an extension because they didn't get it sorted out. But that's because the Chinese Communist Party was interfering in that deal. But no one's interfering in the ANC's ability to negotiate with the Trump administration. Do you have the gravitas? Do you have the negotiators? Don't send Guatemala. Don't send Ronnie Lamola. Don't send Ibrahim Rasul. Don't send Naledi Pandor. You need to dig deeper in your bench. It may be outside your political party. Maybe somebody in the DA or another political party or someone from academia that knows trade. But get it sorted out, South Africa, before your citizens pay the price for your political arrogance. There you have it. Breaking news, folks. The Dow Jones Industrial Average soaring and a lot of folks going kumbaya. But it's not over. This is the 90-day pause. 90-day pause. It isn't getting rid of the tariffs, and it lowered them back down. So Lesotho, which was 50%, is back down to 10%. Just like that, with no action on their part. But 70 nations came knocking on the door to get the tariffs lowered because the overwhelming response in good faith, the Trump administration has acted in good faith and lowered these tariffs for 90 days to get a chance to sort this out with each of these countries. But South Africa doesn't have a team here. Ask yourself that, folks. If the ANC, as Cyril Ramaphosa said yesterday, answers to its constituents, if it answers to its people, whoever that is, I think it's just caters and the elite connected, but if it answers to its people to address their needs of poverty and water and electricity, ask yourself why they haven't sent a team to Washington to try to get the tariffs removed. Why is that? And now, in the coming days, if a team isn't here within 5 days, you'll know that the African National Congress is not serious and they want to play the martyr, they want to play the victim. That's what it's all about. What say you, South Africa? What say you?